Today we're continuing a series of what if humanity existed in the late Cretaceous era. So basically, I've expanded the civilization map, and it looks like this now. Yeah, and we also have our first European civilization, and we'll be continuing this world as well. The red team continues to expand down, and then they see this lake here, so they start to colonize the little lakes down here. And yeah, they create a connection between the mainland and the island. No, not the mainland. They connect the upper civilization to the lake area, and it is pretty cool. The blue team, which is basically where New Orleans is, starts to expand further here and starts to expand into the islands as well. So basically, they control all these little islands down here, and they're the first country to really take island hopping seriously. They also start to colonize the southern portion of the continent here, and basically, as they're also going to be making basically the undiscovered areas is a gray. So we have they have not really explored any of Africa. They have not explored Antarctica. Yeah. They have explored all of North America. So basically all these little islands here. They have not explored Australia. They have not explored these countries here. And most of Europe, they have not explored. Okay? And the mainland Europe, they have not explored. They have explored Britain, but there's really nothing there. They don't know the rest of the Europe exists. They have not explored Ireland either. Yeah, and they have not explored these islands as well. So they have not explored a lot of these isolated islands. As well. And they have not explored the Indonesian islands. Or they explored Japan. So Japan has not been explored. Or China. They have not explored Russia. And they have not explored these northern islands. Considering the climate is significantly far warmer, humanity can basically go wherever they want. There was not really many restrictions like in our world, where you can't really go too north, or you can't really go too south. And they have not actually explored all of North America yet. They have reached the southern portion of the continent, but they have not really explored the western portion of North America, so this will remain unexplored. There we go. Yeah. So some explorers do continue to go down here, and they continue to settle for the. Oh, I think this is like the purple team. This is the purple team. This is the purple team. That's blue team. Yeah, but basically a part of the purple team spreads out even further south and creates a new country. This is like this green Limus team, and they start to move further down here and here, and they create a civilization around this, side here as well. They put the capital here, and the world trade routes, they're kind of like, we'll put a map for the trade routes. So this is the world trade routes as of now. Not really too sophisticated trade routes here. They are very simple. But the trade routes will be shown. The Purple's team will continue to expand on the coastal regions of the American continent, And they are starting to go up in the power rankings. Currently, the three most powerful nations are blue, red, and yellow. But purple is now in fourth, passing the orange team as well. So the orange team as well. So the purple team, they quietly expand over here, taking a while of this land here. And the purple team is very powerful. They mostly exist in the southern US. And they are also a primary important power. So the blue team starts to expand. Okay. Starts to expand even more this way. Here. And they also realize that this area is connected, so they annex the whole interior portion. Yellow team hasn't really expanded much as they can't really go anywhere. So they start to actually expand further inland through like rivers and stuff, because rivers are not really shown on this map. But they expand through rivers, and they're the first civilization to really expand further inland as well. Meanwhile, red team is expanding around here. They expand, they'll reach down here. And these countries are still the number 1, 2, and 3. But it's very soon that they might be actually surpassed by the newer civilizations. Meanwhile, this yellowest team starts to annex the inner portions here, and they basically start to go inside. Here, and they basically create a huge border with this little country here. Yeah, because a new civilization is formed. This is mostly this is this dark blue team. They basically are formed, and they're the second official country in Europe. And yeah, this is gonna be a big problem with these guys because the dark blue team, they're kind of in the way. So this causes the dark blue team to further explore up Scandinavia, and they explore all the way up here. The dark blue team starts to expand the land up here, and they become an official country. This dark blue team up here. But the yellow team does not really like the dark blue team. They do not like the dark blue team, which causes a rivalry between the two nations. However, an official nation was created in Britain, or at least Scotland, and they are this dark red team, and they start to expand further south as well. This is basically Scotland, and they start to create a country up here, and they also discover. They also are the first country to really discover Europe. They discovered this French island here, and they discovered this island here, and this island here. Basically discovering that there is a few islands down here. Okay, they only discover the northern ports of this. They discovered this side of the island, but the people who went out were killed on the way back by a massive storm, so they don't really know what they discovered. So they also take over these little islands up here. And yeah. The orange team, which hasn't really done much, starts to expand southward. And this is the other civilization that we're watching out for, as this country starts to expand and wrap around itself down east. They start to expand inland as well, and eventually they take over a huge portion of this land. Yeah, and they constantly expand. This causes the orange team people to really realize there's a lot of land out there. The orange team is now rising up in the power rankings as well, being now number 4, but they still are not in the 3 most powerful civilizations just yet. as of now. This North American civilization continues to expand. As well, the purple team continues to expand in the what would be Alabama and stuff and the southern states. As well, humanity also discovers these islands here, but no civilizations ever formed. They also discover do not discover the Caribbean islands here, so they will be like that. So that they have not discovered those islands yet. They think of this island down here, as they do not really have the technology to get there. So they have only actually they haven't even discovered Hispaniola either, or these islands. They have discovered Britain, but they have not discovered these islands here, as it will take a long time to get there as well. But that's about to change today. So the first expeditions are reached out here from the green team, and they discover this little island here. Nothing of noteworthiness, but this light green team starts to expand for the south as well, and they actually take a lot of this land here. And this is another country that's climbing into power rankings. We have these countries here which don't really do anything as well, but it seems that these three countries may not be the only powerful countries left. Which is proven when the Orange team expands to these islands here, it basically becomes the third most powerful civilization, knocking out the Yellow team to number 4. Meanwhile, this team starts to expand up here, and they take a lot of this land up here. These guys left the red team towards the more colder, more adaptable areas here. And they're really hampered because this is really mostly Arctic tundra, so it's very hard to basically expand up here. But a new civilization, the green team, however, starts to explore these areas as they discover all these little islands down here. The green team will, of course, happily take them all, take the most northern islands, and they'll happily take over this island here. The green team also expands towards the other coast as well, basically creating almost a Mexico-like nation, which causes the three original civilizations to kind of like panda in fear, as there's more countries really that are expanding and becoming more powerful than them. The purple team also continues to expand as well, going all the way up here. Meanwhile, this pinkest team, we haven't really made much spotlight on them. They start to make an expansion here. And same thing with this green team. They start to make an expansion here as they realize that, as they figure out that they don't really need to rely on a river or a lake here. So these countries also expand as well. The pink team also discovers this little lake here, and they colonize it relatively quickly, and this brings the orange team into conflict with the pink team as they want to take it as well. Also, the purple team also now is up here as well, which causes these countries to border each other for the first time. And that is it about this episode of the video. So a vast majority of the world is unexplored. Still. And we'll see what happens in the next episode. But this episode, we kind of more expanded these civilizations, as well, and also add a few new ones. And yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.